Unbelievable action. It's the third time I've seen a rhino, and it's the third time I've loved him. So, Clifford ATN, 98-92, based on clean, effective, hard punching.
The Rhino's a big fan of yours, too. Let's go to Michael Buffer and hear who won the fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you saw here tonight was two undefeated young heavyweights with the courage to face each other and put their records on the line. And we witnessed one of the all-time great heavyweight slugfest in the history of Las Vegas. We go to the Budweiser scorecards. Dalby Shirley scores at 98-92. Al Siciliano has it 99-91. Dwayne Ford scores it 99-93. All, pardon me, 97-93. All for the winner by unanimous decision, the Black Rhino, Clifford ATN.
He closed the show. The man from the Louisiana Bayou landed.
Difference in height. Klitschko at 6'8", a full inch taller than the American contender Michael Grant, who will soon face Lennox Lewis. A 5-inch reach advantage for Klitschko. Byrd has surprisingly long arms. And at 244 pounds, with a 34-pound weight advantage, Klitschko is the biggest man that Byrd will ever have been in the ring with. Rules of the bout with our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold.
Ready? Ready.
There's so clearly a David and Goliath dynamic here, Jim, that you wonder if somehow Chris Byrd can't get the crowd on his side, if he can befuddle and frustrate his opponent as he's wont to do.
Vitali Klitschko cuts such an imposing and dramatic figure in there that as he stood in the ring across from Byrd during those introductions, I looked at the eyes of the media people, the judges, the photographers, and others at ringside, and virtually nobody looked at Byrd, Larry. All eyes are drawn to Klitschko because of the figure he cuts. Now, Ibeabuchi in the early rounds, while losing those rounds to Byrd, got to Byrd's body. Klitschko doesn't throw a lot of body punches, or at least hasn't done so in his previous 27 fights. So one question in my mind is, will he go there, or will he stick with his head hunting, firing the jab, trying to come with the right hand, and perhaps get himself into trouble, missing Byrd?
Well, the other thing Ibeabuchi did after a few rounds is he started to try to beat on Byrd anywhere in his body, on his arms, his shoulders, and so on.
You see Klitschko here, toying with the jab, not really firing it. He wants to set up the right hand, and he gets Byrd with the right hand, pins him in the corner, and already Byrd begins to feel the power. That's how he got in trouble against Ibeabuchi. Byrd said to us, I must stay off the ropes. I will stay off the ropes this time.
It's clear that Byrd has already seen how easy it is to neutralize the jab since he's a southpaw.
A lot of conventional fighters have trouble landing jabs against southpaws. Double the problem if you're facing somebody who is as elusive and has the kind of head movement that Byrd has. Refereeing the fight is Gino Rodriguez of the United States, one of the 3 of 4 American officials mentioned by Larry Merchant. So round 1 becomes a bit of a game of cat and mouse as Klitschko tries to set up a right hand, and Byrd gets a look at him and tries to stay away from the ropes and in the center of the ring. Now Byrd begins his own offensive assault, moving forward for the first time in the bout. When he fought Herbie Hyde in London last summer, Klitschko took a round to size Hyde up and then attacked early in the second round. He's been much more active here against Byrd than he was in that fight against Hyde. The size differential as they get into the corner like that, Larry, is almost frightening.
It looks as though Byrd is trying to chop down a sequoia with a penknife.
And as we go to the Klitschko corner, where they speak German, our translator is Cornelius Winter.
Okay, that was a good round. You are controlling. Don't let him come too much. Go sideways. Do provoke a bit, but not too much. Use your left. Use your left. Bam. Use it more. Use your long left. That should work out.
German is one of the 4 languages Klitschko speaks incidentally. He also speaks Ukrainian, Russian, and English.
You want to spit again?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay.
Good.
In the corner, Klitschko trying to hit anything that moves or stands still. As you can see, there's a part of him that sort of clanks a little bit. He's not a fluid athlete, but he's awfully big and strong.
He will occasionally come underneath with the right hand. Normally, he likes to bring it over the top. His left hook usually travels wide of the target, but it can be effective nevertheless. Byrd wants to jab with the right hand, of course, and then try to land that straight left, particularly as he gets along in rounds. Byrd's feeling was, if he can get into the second half of the fight, Klitschko may tire. And it is a hot night in this arena, Larry. Box numbers in round number 1. Klitschko 11 out of 45. Byrd 6 out of 24.
Klitschko is not, that right hand looked like it hurt Byrd. Apparently it didn't.
Klitschko going to the body, and there's the answer to that question. He will attempt to get to Byrd's ribcage here. Not having been much of a body puncher in the past, but of course, with 20 knockouts in the first 2 rounds, he hasn't often needed to go to that strategy. Nothing mysterious about what Klitschko tries to do. Right hand to the body, Byrd blocking it with the elbow below the ribs. Klitschko trying to set up the right with the left hand, and Byrd constantly catching the left with his own right hand. Catch, catch, catch. Klitschko misses twice. Only the second time in his 28-fight professional career that Klitschko has had to face a southpaw. However, he had 210 amateur fights and then a 5- or 6-year career as a kickboxing champion. So facing different styles is not something he regards as a big problem.
And only in kickboxing has he ever been knocked out by a foot. Maybe the foot was had some brass toes on it.
Many accomplished fighters will come to the fighter meeting with us and claim that they've never been knocked down. Then later, upon research, we'll discover that that isn't entirely the case. Klitschko was totally honest. He said, yes, I got knocked out in a kickboxing fight. I got kicked in the head. I went down and I was out. Getting to Byrd's body as round 2 ends. Saw Chris Byrd as he came back to the corner, turned to us and say he missed.
Get this out.
Warm up. Get that shirt. Wherever some heat out.
Chris in his corner with his dad, Joe Byrd, and his mother, Rose.
Get his fist bucket over here, Rose. He gonna try to push you when he get in close in a way he can. So you make sure don't lay on them ropes.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
A big man can fall on you and can hurt you on the ropes, okay?
Use your left-right combination. Punch deeper. Now he's coming. You have to move backward. Punch deeper.
Optimal.
That was quite excellent. Go on like that.
Sorry, man.
You got a great close look at Vitali's brother, Vladimir Klitschko, leaning into the shot there as we sat in Klitschko's corner. Vladimir, a heavyweight, you'll see a highlight of him later on tonight with a record of 32-1. Round 3 begins with the pattern which has dominated both of the first 2 rounds. Klitschko pawing with the left hand, Byrd catching it in mid-path with the right. Byrd was openly confident about his chance to take advantage of this big opportunity. Now he finds himself pinned in the corner again. Klitschko tries to go to work with the right. Right hand trying to punch through the guard. Byrd comes back with a left to the body. Against some of his opponents, Klitschko's been able to use his overwhelming strength simply to drive punches through the guard. Byrd will try to use his elusiveness to obviate that.
You know, you get the feeling, Jim, that Byrd is trying to get Klitschko to punch more, throw more leather, tire himself out. But Klitschko is fighting a pretty